Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Broly SS God back with another video, and today I want to discuss uh, the Wakanda video. It just came out a few days ago, and I gotta say that without T'Challa, I can't watch it. I'm sorry. Um, he was a great actor. He played many roles, and my favorite role he played was James Brown, and also Jackie Robinson. So, by me saying recast him is not to disrespect Chadwick Boseman, but it's just the fact that he only had one standalone movie. That's it, and just to see him all in the video with his picture up, saying rest in peace. I understand they want to pay homage to him, but I don't think they should have did it in the film. This is a new start for a new character to take the place of T'Challa, which would be, the black male version, right? Because like I said, we only seen one black male version of T'Challa for a standalone movie. I never seen Civil War, so I can't say how he acted in that movie, whatever. But all I know is, in Black Panther, I thought he did a great job, and I want to see more of him. But unfortunately, he passed away. So I'm like this, real talk. They should recast him because I've seen plenty of people been recasted from like the Batman movies, from Spider-Man movies, and Superman movies, and so on and so on. Like when Christopher Reeve died, he was recasted. You know, um, from either the movies and the TV series of Lois and Clark. We got so many versions of Superman, so many versions of Batman, so many versions of Spider-Man. So why not have another version of T'Challa? Hold on for a second. I'm gonna go ahead and go to my little spot somewhere I can I can talk a little private and get a little bit more. Let me see, privacy. But anyway, like I said, the dude only had one skin. Oh God. I didn't know I had music in my little apartment. But it should die out a little bit. It's not, hold on for a second. I can, yeah, how to take the. Okay, it's all. Anyway, like I was saying, like, we got so many versions of Spider-Man that is ridiculous. And, I know they didn't die or nothing like that, but at the same time, it's like, and if they did die, they would have still been replaced. Trust me on that. They would have been replaced. Whether it was like, Tobey Maguire or Michael Keaton, Christian Bale, they all got replaced. So why won't they do T'Challa? Man, that's a good question. I mean, I got a feeling I know why, but the thing is, like, I think what it is like they don't want to see the black male like have so much power in the movie industry as far as like, especially a Marvel character like that. And because if you think about it, a lot of people didn't like the fact that it got so much praise in the movie, you know, and they were like, the movie was overhyped, blah blah blah. I didn't think he did a great job, blah blah blah. And I saw a lot of racist stuff about him in that movie as well, as far as like people talking trash about him. And also, uh, what is it? China? I think it was China. They actually took his poster. Well, not China, but I think Disney had made the poster for China and like covered his face up because they didn't want to see, a picture of Chadwick Boseman's face like without the mask, stuff like that. So I mean, either way you look at it, it's still gonna be a black person playing a role. So they might, he still might as well make it a black guy, a black man, because like even if you will put Shuri in it or another female character to play the role, it's still going to be a black face behind that mask. So you might as well make it a black male because this is the thing. I'm not being a sexist pig or nothing like that, but this is my thing. That man only had one movie standalone, like I said 1,000 times in this video, but this is the thing. He had no time to grow, no time to have a legacy like uh, Michael Keaton did. At least he made like 2 movies, as far as standalones. Tobey Maguire, shit, he made like what, 3 of them probably? Who was Christopher Reed? Oh my god, he made a lot of movies himself. So like those guys all had, chances to make more than one movie, standalones. And Chadwick Boseman had one standalone and the other one was like a cameo. So like, come on, man, it's like he had no chance to grow, So that's why I feel like they should go ahead and pass it to another black male character because if you're going to go ahead and pass it to Shuri or some other chick right then and there, like, right away, I feel like they didn't earn it, and I feel like they don't have the proper, what's the word, like, passage to become the Black Panther because the one we had before them didn't even have a chance to show his true potential and didn't go through his trials and tribulations, like any other character in the MCU or also the DC universe will go through as far as being a main character. So, yeah, I think they should go ahead on and recast the brother. In my first opinion, my first choice would be is Michael J. White. I know everybody's saying, well, saying like, was it Snipes? That'd be my second pick. For my first pick, Michael J. White. For real. Like, he ain't doing Spawn anymore. So like Michael J. White, everybody's saying like Michael J. White, everybody's saying Wesley Snipes is like pretty much he's kind of too old to play that part, but in my opinion, I feel like Wesley Snipes can definitely play that role. I don't think he's too old for the role. I think he's like 59 years old, but at the same time, I've seen people, just his age and older still playing, action movies like Arnold Schwarzenegger's like in his 70s, and so is Sylvester Stallone, and they're out here making like blockbuster movies, action-packed movies. So I'm like this: if they can do it, why can't Wesley Snipes do it? He's younger than them, like what Arnold Schwarzenegger made a movie like not too long ago was like Terminator or something. I know it flopped and everything, but he still was in the movie, right? So I didn't see it, but I just know he made the movie. But like I said, like I would not mind seeing either Michael J. White play the role for Black Panther or Wesley Snipes. If not those 2 guys, my third choice would be like Michael B. Jordan, even though he's already in the movie already in part 1. Bring him back for Tchala. Like I said, I'm not hating on women, nothing like that. I'm not trying to bash anything because that's not me. Because I love, characters like Wonder Woman, I like Storm, stuff like that. And as far as like action movie wise, I love Sarah Connor. I love Ripley from what's the name of that movie? Aliens. Yeah, that was a good one. So there's some good strong female roles out there. It is. I think those are the most iconic roles for a female to have. Where those 2 roles are there, though, in my opinion. Like I really can't think of a lot of roles for a female that could top those two roles as far as action-packed movies. Sarah Connor and Ripley from Aliens was like, yeah. But it also got Holly Berry to play Storm. That's my favorite female hero of all time. Is Storm. You know, that's another thing too. I see a lot of people in the comments. Well, I talked to this brother on through YouTube, like the chat box, whatever. Was talking and just like, yeah, man, like they should definitely like focus more on other characters too, besides just Blade and Black Panther. Like there's other black heroes out there as well. Like Blue Marvel. You got Monica Rambeau. You got a guy called Gentle, which is a mutant from Wakanda. You know what I mean? Like this dude can get super strong, but yet his mutant powers actually kills him. So they got to put like some kind of like painting on him. Like they had to paint some kind of like lines on his body of like adamantium. I think it's called adamantium lines or something like that. Like paint to like suppress his mutant powers, so that way it won't kill him. It slows down his powers. It slows down it slows down his condition to kill him. I forget what it's called. It's killing him, but like it slows it down for him. But once he actually uses his power, he gets really big and like it speeds up the process a little bit. But anyway, like I was saying, like he's right though. Like the person right, it's like we do need more uh, different black characters to come, to the spotlight. Mine would be also like would be like Bishop. He's an X-Man, and he's not nothing like no overpowered guy like Blue Marvel, but Bishop's pretty cool. He got like gunplay and everything. He has the ability to like absorb your power and send it back at you with full force. And I'm not sure about the rest of his powers. But he was in a '90s cartoon of the X-Men. He used to wear like a little red scarf around his neck and long black hair, big buff motherfucker. So like, yeah, that was my dude, man. There's a lot of characters that can actually bring out. So I wouldn't mind seeing that as well. But back to the T'Challa things like this. Um, I think that they are gonna lose a lot of money because of this. Because a lot of people want to see a T'Challa, not somebody that want to be, not somebody that's going to be taking his place. That's being totally different besides T'Challa. You know what I'm saying? We want to see T'Challa. I want to see T'Challa, and a lot of fans are outraged about that, and I'm one of them. It was like I saw how small that person was in that trailer. I was like, "Are you serious?" She's like the person like the same size of Tom Holland and Spider Man, like 80 pounds or something like that. It's like, nah, man, this is not Black Panther. So I'm not excited to see it. Sorry, just not. I'm not even excited to see the movie. Um, like when I saw that one part, I mean, like I was hoping like we at least get like his son played a role, like he has a son or something, or I don't know, or something that bring back the name of T'Challa, and we have like King back into the Wakanda story, and also I wanted them to introduce Storm. See, that's my thing. That's another thing too. I wanted them to bring T'Challa back, and then bring in Storm with the T'Challa, and that way she can be introducing, like bringing in like Professor Xavier can come in. He meets the Wakanda people, King T'Challa and Queen Storm. Then all of a sudden you start getting more mutants coming in the joint. Like the X-Men start coming through again. Wolverine and Rogue and Jean Grey. Like bringing the X-Men in the future. So like I was really hoping on that, man. Like yeah. See, now I see why we didn't get Storm and Marvel's Avengers game, because they had no plans of even bringing back T'Challa in the in his own movie. You know, And it's just weird even thinking about watching the movie without seeing the main character that you want to see. I mean, how does that sound? You're gonna go see a Black Panther movie, but T'Challa, even though it's not Chadwick Boseman, but the name T'Challa, period, would not be in that movie in that suit. He'd be in the movie as far as those pictures the of the previous T'Challa was the Chadwick, but we'll not be seeing a new T'Challa. And this is my thing. They were so quick to just write him off after Chadwick died. Like it was like their excuse was like, "Yo, he's dead, so let's just move on to another character." Really? After one movie, and the thing about it, he made so much money for Marvel or Disney, whatever you prefer, or both. He made so much money for them people. T'Challa. It wasn't Shuri. It wasn't Queen Shuri that did it. It wasn't, what I'm saying? Like, are you serious? It was T'Challa that did that. Not Shuri. And I'm not hating on Shuri, but at the same time, it's like, or if it's not even Shuri, the other female, it doesn't matter. It's not T'Challa. Okay? Nobody didn't go there to go see no damn Shuri, no damn suit. For the last one or this one. Well, this one they're going to have to, but for the last one, it's like, no, we wanted to see T'Challa. And another thing is, like, I never was a big fan like that of the Black Panther. But after seeing that movie, I became a fan. After seeing T'Challa or Chadwick Boseman perform as T'Challa in that movie, made me like him. I mean, I never was a big fan. I'm like, I was more of a Blade fan as far as like black heroes that be Blade. And shit, it was pretty much mainly Blade and Bishop. At one point in time, I didn't even know about. Oh yeah, and Spawn. Spawn's the number one choice of all time for us. Any black hero is Spawn. Most strongest fucking black hero out there. I think he can beat the shit out of Blue Marvel. Test me. He could. He can definitely do it. But anyway, I'm changing the subject. But those are my characters right there. So like, by me, I didn't know a lot about Black Panther. I heard the name a few times, but I never like looked him up. I just felt like he was just another Wolverine in a black outfit. That's how I looked at it. But like, I didn't know nothing about the Wakanda like that. See, that movie taught me so much about T'Challa and Wakanda. I didn't know anything about Wakanda before I watched that movie because one, I never read the books of Black Panther. I never have, not one, not a single one. But that movie made me believe, like, you know what, Wakanda looks vicious, and like they showed the technology of Wakanda. Like the Africans had like the vibranium and everything, and they were well advanced in their society. It was a cool setup, man. Like just seeing all that, man, just really pulled me into the story of the Black Panther, T'Challa, and then the fight scenes he had and everything, and like the way he talked and all that, it was all cool, man. So like, yeah, I wanted to see, even though I think he passed away, I still felt like yeah, because he only had one solo film that he needed to have more. He needs more. About 4 or 5 of them bad boys. You know what I'm saying? He needs more. If Superman had about 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 films, so can he. Until he's ready to pass on the mantle. See, this child wasn't ready to pass on the mantle. He wasn't in control of his life in real life. You know what I'm saying? So like, that's the thing right there. I'm pretty sure if he was still alive and if he couldn't, and he wasn't able to do it anymore, he would like, sure, I pass it on to somebody else. I'm not gonna sit here and just keep everything to myself because I don't own a character. I was that character. I played that character well, and I will be respected as the best T'Challa out there. but I do not own that character. That character is for everybody to share. But keep this in mind. To share is Tchala. Even though if Shuri does get the mantle or whatever, it's still got to come back to who? Tchala. Because if you know it or not, in the movies, they show how it's passed on from generation to generation, from men to men to men, grandfather to son, father to son, and so on and so on. It's always been to the men. Now, even if it goes to a female, which is cool, it's still got to go back to a man again. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's how it's supposed to be. Like I said, I'm not trying to sound like I'm being sexist. I'm just being real. So, because you're not going to sit here and go into no Spider-Man movie, you're going to be seeing them, but you want to see Spider-Man, but all you've been seeing is, what's that broad's name? Gwen Stefani, I don't know, Spider-Gwen or something like that. I mean, if she had her own show, it'd be totally different, but if you want to name something, Spider-Man, and it's like this totally somebody else totally different, then that's false advertisement. It really is. Um, I feel like there's agenda behind this movie. Ever since we've seen that movie of Endgame, and that one part of Endgame at the very end of that movie, I'm not being sexist. All I'm saying is this: I noticed how everybody in that one scene of Endgame, all the females lined up as one, like they were one big group of superheroes on their own without the men. And I peeped that, and I was like, "What? Why did they even?" And I was like, "Oh, I see now. Now I see. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of all the dudes and make it all female MCU." Even though every single Marvel movie came out had a female superhero in it with the men. So, how has that been, how is it by having men and women together that can't be sexist? All that I can see is that there are people that feel like the men get more credit because the men's character has more popularity than the female hero. You know what I'm saying? So what they did is, in my opinion, was like put the men out first in the first few movies. Well, they're all together anyway, right? But like what it is like the very popular heroes of like the male side, like Thor, Hulk, Iron Man, all those characters I'm naming right now has a counterpart of a female character. And those characters are really, really popular. So what you gotta do then? Okay, well, let's throw in Ironheart. Let's throw in She-Hulk. Let's throw in Jane Foster's Thor. Now look at this. Let's throw in Shuri, Black Panther, because they're piggybacking off the male characters. And I'm trying to be mean. I'm just being real. Let's look at it though. Now let's just say none of those male characters even existed, right? Well, they existed, but let's just say that they wanted to make an all-female Avengers. Now, do y'all think that it will be just as popular as it is today with the male heroes? Just saying, like, do y'all really think that it will be pulling that much money in with just the females alone? Will they be just as popular as those male characters? I don't think so. I really don't think so. Look at Black Widow. That shit flopped. And it was a standalone movie. Flopped. Yeah, I heard a lot of people talk shit about Kamala's movie that's coming out, or Kamala's TV show that came out. I heard that shit's flopping. No, I was watching that shit. Batgirl flopped. You know what I'm saying? Batgirl even flopped. She had her standalone TV show, and that flopped. So what I'm saying is like they're pretty much just using men characters. Because I guarantee you, if Batman had his own TV show again in these days, it'll be very successful. It depends on the actor too, though. But at the same time, writing and the actors, right? It's all about the writing and the actors. And then, you got those two good things together. You got a popular name like Batman. You don't make money off of that. But this is crazy. It's crazy. But I had to get this off my chest because just seeing people getting all excited because it's gonna be Shiri, oh Queen Shiri, oh my God, it's gonna be blah blah blah. I'm like, y'all saying every name besides how about a new T'Challa? But um, I recently found out though, like through Twitter and other places, that people are outraged about this shit. Like, nah, they want to see a new T'Challa. And excuse me, guys, it's a little hot. Somebody cut my fan on for a little while. Sorry about that if you hear the sound, but oh well, it's hot. But anyway, that feels better. But like I said, I got nothing against female characters at all. I really don't. And I understand that she does take the mantle in the comic books. I never read that shit, but it is what it is. But all I'm saying is like this thing is too early. Too early for her to just have. He just had one movie, and the second one. Hi, now I'm Black Panther. Okay, look, imagine this. Imagine if they made a comic book, right, of Black Panther, first issue, right? And you read the first issue, okay, and all of a sudden he dies in the comic book, right? And then they just go ahead and pass it to Shuri. Wouldn't that be fucked up? Because for one, that would never happen because they're gonna keep on continuing making more and more books, right? But just imagine that shit. They make one Black Panther comic book, first issue and the last issue. First and last issue for Black Panther, the next one's just all Queen Shuri. Shuri Panther. Whatever, right? It's whack. It just doesn't make sense to me. You know? But yeah, like I said, you see all these Batman movies from Michael Keaton to George Clooney, from George Clooney to Ben Affleck, from Ben Affleck to this dude today. I haven't seen the movie yet. Don't want to see it because you get to the point though. It's like you don't mind recasting somebody, but when people start to do it for like just to be doing it, because a certain fan base is like kind of like I don't know. I can't even explain it, but all I'm saying is this: they got to the point, well, especially with Spider-Man, like Batman and Spider-Man, they recast the hell out of those two characters. Because like my favorite character for Spider-Man was Tobey Maguire, and I did not want to see him be recast for anything in the world. I really didn't, but he did with Andrew Garfield. But yeah, you didn't see them take Tobey and they say, you know what? Even though we're gonna let Tobey go, let's just gender swap him real quick. Let's just make it now to a female Spider-Man, Spider-Girl. Did they do that with him? No, they did. They brought in another male character. And I guarantee, okay, now let's go to Superman, right? Superman, Christopher Reeves, right? Now, before he died, they wanted to have a female character of Superman. So they didn't just write him off, like, you know what, let's get rid of Superman because we want another super hero as far as like, Kryptonian. What did they do? They brought in Supergirl and they coexisted. They didn't just get rid of one for the other. They coexisted like, we're going to have both of y'all heroes so that way everybody can be happy. They can do the same thing with this shit. Like, if you want to, sure, it doesn't really necessarily have to wait so long to become a Black Panther. You have two. I mean, I don't know if they could do it like that or not, but why not have two Black Panthers? You have one male, one female. She could be the sidekick. You know what I'm saying? Like, she could be the sidekick. I had no problem with that, like Batman and Robin. Side dynamic duo. We could do it like that. All I'm saying is like it would make both sides happy. If they want to be Team Shuri, it'll be Team Shuri. But yet, Shuri is under T'Challa. You can do it like that. I'm just saying that way everybody could be having their Black Panther. But you gotta realize though, the two Black Panther, the one true Black Panther is T'Challa. That's all I'm saying. But now look at Batman. I just talked about Superman, right? And I think, like I said, after Superman did die, they never once sit there and say, you know what? Since Christopher Reeves died, we're gonna go ahead and just X him out. Superman is dead completely to the world. Imagine how that would sound. I mean, Black Panther is a big name, but not like Superman. I'm sorry. not like Superman. I'm sorry. Superman, Batman, Hulk, all those big names, those are way bigger names than Black Panther. So you gotta remember, Black Panther got big because of this movie. I mean, he was known through comic books, but not, as big as he is today because of that movie. Now, Superman, Batman, and the Hulk, they well known through cartoons, comics, but especially through the cartoons and the movies. But see, before those movies, it was the cartoons. Now, I didn't see any kind of cartoons of Black Panther when I was coming up. But I saw Superman cartoons. I saw Hulk cartoons. I saw Spider-Man cartoons. I saw Batman cartoons. So that's what I'm saying. Like, those are way more heavy hitter names. So, could you ever see them selling everybody in the world? And you know what? Since the actor that played the Hulk died, matter of fact, what's the guy's name that played the Hulk? Didn't he die? Bill Bixby? But yeah, they still made another Hulk. I mean, I know it was years later, but hey, they didn't say, you know what, we're going right off the Hulk. That's it. No more Hulk movies. He died. He played uh, David Banner. He wasn't a Hulk himself, but he did play David Banner. Cause the Hulk name was Lou Ferrigno. He's the actual Hulk. You know what I'm saying? But like, he's still kicking. But yet, the David Banner died. Did they ever say? Well, look, since David Banner died, which is Bill Bixby, we'll go ahead and write him off of not ever having a Hulk again because without David Banner, there's no Hulk, right? You know what I'm saying? So the show must go on. And trust me, now going back to Superman, right? When Superman died, which is Christopher Reeves, a lot of people felt bad about that. You know, he had the horseback riding accident. You know, he got crippled and everything real bad. Sorry to hear that. And I have the show right now, Smallville. And in that show, I think there's a few episodes that actually like dedicated their videos, their shows to Christopher Reeves. No lie. They look like they're paying homage to him, basically. Y'all could do the same thing with Chadwick Boseman. If Tom Welling could play Clark Kent, and pass on and show respect to Christopher Reeves, he's been dead long before that show even came out. He didn't have to do that shit. That's years ago since Christopher Reeves died, but he still did it. You know. Then again, I'm not for sure what year that he died, when that show came out, but I know he did pay respect to him. So I can't really say that he died, before that show started, because I'm not 100% sure about that. But all I'm saying is, though, is like he paid respects to him. That's all I'm saying. So why not? Why not with Black Panther? Why not? Why is it so easy for y'all to, just write him out, but yeah, y'all won't put in Queen Shiri? Why is that? Why are they so? They were so quick to put in Queen Shuri over T'Challa. If not Queen Shuri, then some other chick. But why? Why was they so willing, so quick to get rid of that male role for that female role? You know what I mean? Very quick on doing that. And that's weird, man. It's an agenda. Like I said, it's only because they want to. It's racism in this shit. I know it is. Because, like I said, with the Chinese thing going on and in China, they don't want to see no black faces up there. Let's be real. Same thing they did with the guy from Star Wars. What's the guy's name from Star Wars? That played Finn, whatever. I forgot his John Boyega. They didn't want to see his ass no posters up there in China. They didn't. They didn't want to see that shit. What they do? They shrunk that nigga's face down so small you could barely see his fucking face in the poster. And then painted colors all over his damn face so like he couldn't look black. He looked purple. Come on, man. Are you serious? But this is the thing though. Even though they don't want to put a black male in the joint, you're still using a black character, right? It's still gonna be if it's not a black male, it's gonna be a black female. The character's still gonna be black regardless of if it's a male or female. So what's the point of not? Why not just go ahead and make it a dude? Why not just? They could have just did that. They could have did that anyway. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and cut this video short, man. I've been talking for a while, but like I just need to get it off my chest. Like I said though, I guarantee you, if it was like the Hulk or some shit like that, or the Superman movies and all those well-known big name characters, they would have never been scratched out of those movies. Because you know why? They're money makers. Those are money makers, and they're well-loved characters. And so is, but the thing is, but the thing is, so is Chadwick Boseman. So, I mean, as far as Black Panther, I mean, like he's well known now. You know what I'm saying? Not back then like that. You know, as far as like worldwide movies, big movies, he's well known now more than he was back then. So they're just sitting here. Oh yeah, that's another thing I want to talk about too. Before I let y'all let this joint go, there was something about how they're using Chadwick Boseman's, I think it's like his Facebook page or his Twitter page, and putting up the trailers of Wakanda on his page, even though he's deceased, for publicity to promote the movie. That's sick. I'm sorry. That is sick. Like you want to sit there use a dead man's picture and a name and all this other stuff in your video and your movie just to promote something that y'all know it's not gonna do well in the theater because he's not in it, nor did y'all even want to recast him in your movie. So y'all want to use a dead black man. That's sad. A dead black man to promote your movie because you don't have. Don't give me that. Well, we feel we want to do it for the pure respects. I feel like it's a double-edged sword with that because I feel like they're doing it out of respect, and I feel like they're also doing it to piggyback off of his name and his face because that movie might not stand on its own 2 feet if they knew that they had no type of Tchala whatsoever in that movie. We do that now, but what I'm saying is like they're doing that. I guess to pretty much bring in people to see the funeral of T'Challa. Chadwick Boseman. They're still using a man that's pretty much deceased, no matter how you look at it. You know, that's just wrong. It's wrong. And I got a feeling if he was still alive today, And if he couldn't do was not able to do the role, he would sit there and still tell you guys he wants that character to live on. Just like any other character that I put out for Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, The Flash, Green Lanterns, Deadpool, all these characters that's coming out here, and their roles just keep on going and going and going. Look at Freddy Krueger. Look at Jason, Michael Myers. All the movies that they got been put out through years and years and years. You think because somebody? I want to look. We don't even know how many Jasons we probably been through in our lifetime because we never even seen that man's face in our lifetime, right? I know I haven't. So we probably get like a different Jason every time we get a different movie. We don't know that, but yeah, he still continues to play that role, don't he? As Jason. Now Freddy Krueger, he's alive, but he chose to stop making those movies for some reason. I guess he just got like getting too old. But they recasted Freddy Krueger. Now sometimes it might not always work. It depends on who you pick. Remember now, I did say that. Like okay, like I said, like we was gonna make a movie of T'Challa, recasting him. Gotta make sure you pick the right actor. That's why I keep saying like I will first pick somebody like Michael J. White or Wesley Snipes because you know why? They're well-known characters. I mean, they're well-known actors. They're loved by millions of people. Don't pick no name character actor nobody knows about. And that person and don't pick an actor that we all know cannot do no goddamn karate. Don't do that shit. Don't do that. Please don't do that. Because, like, we're going to know, like, this motherfucker right here. You pick this nigga? Really? That's how I'm going to feel anyway. I'm going to like that talk for myself. I don't know damn karate. But I can see, like I said, you know, between those two, I can just see those two playing a part, period. Wesley Snipes and, Michael J. White. You know, just those two, man. I mean, like, I don't know about a lot of black guys out here that know karate inside and out. Or maybe somebody from MMA probably. Rampage Jackson, I don't know. So, like I said, but all I'm saying is the thing is you gotta also know how to act. You gotta act that part too out. That's what I'm saying. It's important to have the actor and also have a good story. You have a good story in that shit too. So anyway, back to the Freddy Krueger thing. That flopped because the actor was trash, and that story sucked. I'm sorry. Well, it didn't suck. It was meh. It was alright, but the actor was just trash. Like itty bitty little dude. The voice wasn't scary. It was horrible. Horrible. Now another movie that I didn't like too much was the newest Chucky movie. The little Chucky movie with the guy with the little tall head was like a robot or some shit now. It was no longer like a doll with a battery in his back. I actually think it still was, but like yeah, more of like a robotic type of thing with him. Them being more of a doll. So Mark Hamill played that role, you know, the voice actor behind him. And I'm sorry, I couldn't stand that character for Chucky. The voice was trash to me. Just being real. I'm sorry, but like, if you go to like the OG Chucky, which is like, you know, Charles Lee Ray, you know what I'm saying? I forgot the guy. I don't know the guy's real name, but like, he did a great job with that voice. But Mark Hamill's voice just did not do it for me. It was just weird. So, you know, like I said, you gotta make sure you pick the right actor to play that role. You really do. But, just gotta be careful, man. Just gotta be careful because pick that wrong actor. Even though you got these female actors who was going to play the role for Black Panther,
It doesn't mean it'll be an automatic success because a success because that was on the last damn movie. It don't mean shit. It really doesn't. Because when I think of T'Challa, I think of when I think of the Black Panther, I think of what T'Challa, how he acted, how he spoke, the fighting, the skills of his fighting and everything, the combat, all of that. Now I'm pretty sure her combat's gonna be pretty slick because, like, she's a little itty bitty thing and she can do all kinds of little ninjutsu type of shit, like crazy ass moves, whatever, blah blah blah. But that's cool. But this ain't gonna be the same without T'Challa, man. It's not. It's not. But it's just gonna be weird. But this is the thing too, though. I'm not supporting the movie at all, so I'm not buying a ticket. I'm not even gonna try even to see it. I'm just gonna be like, if I can catch it on TV for free, so be it. But for me paying a ticket for somebody that I can care less for, then there's no point in me paying for that ticket. It really isn't. But yeah, this right here is my storm, and I got it dressed up as Tchala, and I got it written down right here in my lead. This is for like a short period of time, but like recast Black Panther, real talk, recast him. Because I would really love to see, T'Challa grow as a character, expand, get married, have kids. That's another thing too, yo. Oh my bro. Oh my god. He had kids with this bride. I think he had two. I think he had like two children by her, or one. I don't know. They had a child together though. I think it was a girl and a boy, something like that. But yeah, so like he had a whole life ahead of him, and boom, gone. Name was Queen Shiri turn. Queen Shiri. Queen Shiri, the queen. This is for the queen. This is for the queen. He had one damn movie. This is for the queen. He had his turn. He had his turn. That's fucked up. We had one damn fucking movie. Sorry for cussing, but just by thinking about the comic books now and everything, like, you know, I found out about reading about her shit, to be honest with you, because, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm more of a fan of Storm than I am with him. So, I didn't know she got married to that nigga. I didn't know that they had kids together and all that shit. I did not know all that, bro, but I follow a lot of Storm stuff, so I was like, damn, okay, she's the queen of Wakanda and everything. That's how I found out about the nigga, Gentle, the other mutant. He's a Omega level mutant, Gentle, right? So they have a nice little story together. They need to go ahead and just recast this nigga, put Storm in the movie with him, let them get married, do their own thing, have the kids until they separate, and maybe down in the future, Shuri could come in as a sidekick until the dude becomes an old man. Then she can go ahead and take the man away. You know what I'm saying? That homeboy gets to the age like he's on a damn walker or some shit on a king or something. I don't know. Either they can share the mantle, or until he gets old and weathered out and ready to die or some shit like that on this deathbed in the fucking TV in the movie, not in real life, but in the goddamn movie. They get passed on to like her, or if he has a son in the future or some shit like that. Either or, then she has a son and passed on to her. It's a chain reaction. It just keeps going and going and going to to whatever. But anyway, though, that's my thoughts on the situation. And I already know that the movie's gonna like be woke as hell. I can just tell it's gonna be woke, bro. I can tell. I can tell. That's what I'm not. I don't want to say it. It's not my look. Same thing I said about Chucky. It's not my Chucky. That fake little robot. It's not my Chucky. Was Mark Hamilton's voice acting part. Same thing with the people right here about Black Panther. It's not. It's not my Panther. It's not my Panther. So I'm good. All right, though. I just want to get that off my chest. I know I said that like 1,000 times, but like, I just want to make sure I cover everything I can before I get up off this mic because it's just crazy. And I hope to God that we actually can have the power to change the actor or whoever it is until like it comes out. But I got a feeling it's not gonna happen. But if not now, oh yeah, hold up, one more thing, hold up. If not now, maybe in the future. But it's nothing too though. Now, in that trailer, right, it showed that some lady was giving birth in that joint, right? And I was thinking, oh shit, maybe it's King T'Challa's son, right? But yeah, think about it though. Namor is underwater. Remember that was underwater giving that kid up, right? You know, giving birth to that kid, right? Namor is underwater too, right? So check this out. What I'm thinking is that baby is Namor. That's him first being born. That's him thinking, right? Now, another clip that showed Namor as a child with a lot of people surrounding around him, and he's looking at a burning house. Now, in that picture, he could be like the age of like what, 5 years old, probably 6 years old. I don't know. Look young as hell, but a lot of people are speculating like, you know what, that baby could be T'Challa's son, but I don't know. I wanted to be his son, but I got a feeling though that's Namor. I just got a feeling that's Namor for some reason, like the water thing, and you know, like if it was T'Challa's son, they could have had that baby in the hospital or something probably, unless they got unattacked by some kind of like weird force or something that's attacking them. I don't know what's going on, but like to me, I feel like that's probably Namor as a child being born in the water, and I don't know. We'll see though. But that's all I had to say. Is I think I covered everything I probably could cover up. Now, if you guys enjoyed this video, do a like, share, subscribe, and tell me your thoughts in the comment section. If you think like, you know what, if you feel like, hold on for a second. If you feel like they did him dirty, Roger T'Challa, like they did that because they want to be lazy, tell them in the comments. Or you feel like they did it because of racism, put in the comments as well. You never know. With China and how they don't like, they have black faces on posters over there. It's a possibility as well, right? Or do you feel like, hey, it's an agenda thing, like, this want to be everything all female? The MCU could be a possibility as well, too. You know what I'm saying? So, like, do you feel as though they want to get rid of all the males and just replace them with their counterparts of females? Who knows? All right, though, I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here. This is Broly, SS God, signing out. Be safe. Love one another. Help one another. Kind of one another. Take care and God bless.